It's hard to believe the live-action Transformers franchise is coming up on 7 installments, but that's exactly what the latest release Transformers Rise of the Beasts will mark when it rolls out in theaters in 2023. Until now, we've only had some teaser images and plot details to work from when trying to figure out exactly what's in store for us in this Beast Wars-inspired movie, but that all changes today. We finally have our first look at the upcoming Transformers Rise of the Beast movie for your viewing pleasure. Set in the Transformers universe, Rise of the Beast will directly follow 2018's spin-off Bumblebee. Besides following new events of the war between the noble Autobots and the devious Decepticons, Rise of the Beasts introduces new factions to the live-action franchise. As the trailer reveals, the story of Rise of the Beasts revolves around the Maximals and Predacons, sub-factions of the main Transform armies that can shape into giant metallic animals. The two groups will fight each other all around the globe, with combats taking place from Brooklyn to Machu Picchu in Peru. Rise of the Beasts will explore the origins of the Autobots team on Earth, explaining why Optimus Prime is so determined to protect our tiny blue planet. Finally, the movie will introduce the Terracons, a group of Decepticons capable of transforming into nightmarish monsters. Since all these events happened before the first Transformers movie, fans will get a brand new story that helps explain how some of their favorite heroes became defenders of Earth. Meanwhile, Rise of the Beasts can be a soft reboot, as newcomers can jump in without worrying about watching all previous Transformers movies. So with you briefed on the storyline, let's take a look at the trailer and get into the breakdown. The trailer opens with a shot of the Autobot Porsche 964 known as Mirage. Mirage will be played by Pete Davidson. The character is described as a spy. Actor Anthony Ramos is seen exiting Mirage mid-transformation. The In the Heights star will lead the upcoming movie as the human character known as Noah. Noah is a military veteran and electronics whiz, very on brand for the Transformers franchise. When talking about his character, Ramos said, "One thing I love about Noah is his tenacity and his heart and his will to never quit in spite of all the crazy things life is throwing at him. It's amazing to see his journey when we then venture out into the world when the humans meet bots and things start to happen and stuff gets real." The trailer cuts to a title card before opening up on 4 lines of text that read, "For millions of years, our world has transformed," before cutting to "But something else has awakened." We then get our very first look at Optimus Primal, who will be making his on-screen debut. Primal is the noble leader of a band of Maximals in the Beast Wars Transformers series. Transformers lore describes the Maximals as descendants of the Autobots who had fought hundreds of years ago against the Decepticons, who are the ancestors of their enemies, the Predacons. This Optimus Primal will be voiced by Ron Perlman, who voiced a version of Optimus Primal in the Power of the Prime series. We really think the filmmakers nailed the design and voice of Primal, and we can't wait to see more from the character. As the trailer continues, we get our first look at a returning Optimus Prime, who confronts his Primal counterpart. This is another new look for Optimus Prime. We are digging the design, but want to know what you think. Leave a comment below and let us know. As the trailer continues, Primal reveals that he comes in peace, and there is a bigger threat that both of these Optimus counterparts should be worrying about: the Terracons. We already know that Rise of the Beasts isn't going to be a straight adaptation of the Beast Wars source material. Instead, it will bring some of the characters into the fold alongside franchise mainstays such as Optimus and Bumblebee. While we can't rule out an appearance from the Predacons from the original source material, antagonists this time around will be the Terracons, a new threat created just for Rise of the Beasts. We then get our first shot of Bumblebee, who has also been given a redesign since we last saw him. Again, this is a follow-up to the 2018 Bumblebee movie, so around 10 years have passed, which explains the redesign. The sequence that follows seems to depict Noah and Mirage first ride together, a sequence that closely resembles Bumblebee's first ride in previous movies. Mirage is the main kid's guardian like Bumblebee was to Sam. We also get this awesome look at Mirage's illusion ability in action. Although the details vary by continuity, Mirage can create illusions that typically either render him invisible or make him appear to be somewhere he isn't. The movie continuity seems to use the power as a cloning ability. We then get an absolutely breathtaking shot of Cheater, who is typically depicted as the youngest member of the Maximals. Similarly, he is normally known to idolize his leader Optimus Primal. We then switch to a shot of Eraser, another Maximal that can transform into a Falcon. We then get our first look at RC, who is going to be voiced by former YouTuber turned actor Lisa Kashi. Aker is actually holding on to another Autobot known as Wheeljack, who transforms into a 1970s Volkswagen Type 2 panel bus. Out of every character depicted in the trailer, RC's design might actually be our favorite. The filmmakers really nailed this one. Both Mirage and RC were technically Featured in Michael Bay's Transformers movies, but they were close to unrecognizable compared to their cartoon and comic book counterparts. A few moments later, we get our first sequence featuring the main antagonist of the movie, the leader of the Terracans, Scourge. Scourge is a trophy hunter who transforms into a black Peterbilt 359 logging semi-truck. It was just confirmed that Game of Thrones legend Peter Dinklage will be voicing the villain, which is absolutely inspired casting. The following set of shots comes with a blink and you'll miss it pace. The most important shot is this one, which features my personal favorite Rhinox, the final confirmed member of the Maximal Squad. Intelligent, massive, strong, and stalwart, there are few Maximals one could depend on more. As the trailer heads into its closing moments, we see what is likely Terracans heading down to Earth, before quickly moving into an absolutely epic showdown. If we had to speculate, we'd say this is the battle that takes place at the end of the movie. As we hit the final title card, we get a short end credit sequence which gives us our first look at Alina, played by Dominique Fishback. She is described as an artifact researcher whose boss keeps taking credit for her work. And that's our breakdown. What do you think of the trailer? Did we miss something? Leave a comment below and please let us know. If you enjoyed our breakdown, consider hitting that subscribe button for more Transformers coverage all the way up to the movie's June 9, 2023 release.
You wanna grab somebody, make your body go boom boom.